I have another awesome one-on-one with you. I'm joined by Sorrey today from twitch.tv/SorreyTV. This is a conversation I've wanted to have for a long time. I don't know what the conversation is, but I know I've wanted to have him on. But before he even opens his mouth, I want you guys to click like and subscribe to Hangtime Podcast. We are well on our way. We might be past 2,000 subs at this point on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys for growing and spreading the word as we launch this little side project that someday could be a major player in the entire Twitch/YouTube stratosphere. Also, make sure and leave a comment on a scale of 1 to 10 on how much you like Sorry's neon sign in the background. And there it is. Sorry, how are you doing?
Yo, I'm good, man. How you doing, brother? Thank you so much for the introduction. I appreciate that. We'll let it slide that you added in a TV there on my Twitch name. Yo, we'll let that one slide. We'll let that one slide.
What is it?
It's just Sorry.
Is your Twitter Sorry TV?
It is, yeah.
That's your fault. That ain't me, brother. I didn't do shit. That is all you.
I tried to get the Sorry name. I'll tell you a funny story, all right? I tried to get the actual twitter.com/Sorry as a dead account. Wasn't live for like 9 years, okay? So I added Twitter, and I said, hey, this account's dead. Can I have it? Like, what's going on with it? Tell me why I wake up, and this person who has this account was like, no, I'm very much still here. Their first ever tweet was a reply to me to tell me that the account is actually active.
That's awesome. Like, get out. Yeah. Man, there's nothing scarier than how to brand yourself if something isn't available.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so
I was so terrified because we used to be this channel called Game Attack, and we branded as Hang Time. I was so scared shitless, like stuff would be taken as Hang Time, and like the Twitch channel Hang Time was already taken. It was some dude who had streamed NBA 2K like 2018, like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, this guy, that is a dead account. That thing is not going anywhere. And it was weird because they can't hold the names. They have to terminate the account, and then you have to procure it like before anybody else does.
Yeah,
so, we couldn't even tell people our new brand name until we had already procured the account, but we got it, and it was scary. But now that we've made a bigger conversation about it, it's twitch.tv/Sorrey, SORREYEWY. That's how you spell it in the background. But yeah, I wanted to have you on for a little bit because I've really just been, I don't know, organic growth on Twitch is like a thing that doesn't happen like ever. It's a terrible platform for just going live and growing, right?
Right.
And I've been kind of following and kind of like lurking in on y'all's hover click, right?
Yeah.
Like your BB Jess and Capri Sun Poppy and you and rose colored glasses and hover in general. I had a conversation with is it Jay?
J64.
I had a call with him. I just kind of talked to him about stuff, and I don't know, hover's just like a really interesting platform that I'm curious about, and I've like watched it grow. But I've watched you grow like over the past like four or 5 months. I started following you when I think you're at like 10,000 Twitter followers. I don't like to put a number. I don't give a shit about following. But it is like there's something to be said about, you know, growing follower accounts and stuff like that. But and I've caught you on a lot of Twitter Spaces talking about growing channels and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be fun to talk to him about content creation and, you know, your journey and your growth.
I enjoy that kind of stuff. I enjoy like the conversation that comes with growth and like, you know, the failures, the success, because, you know, everyone, I think for the most part, thinks it's just linear, right? Like you think you just like start a channel up and then you just linear grow. And it's not true. You know, like there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of learning, a lot of growing pains that we go through. So that's why I host those Twitter Spaces now, is to kind of give back to people and like let them know like, hey, this is what to expect. And it's been really cool. You know, I do that every other week, and then I do another one, obviously with hover as well. I'm not sure if you caught any of those, where we just talk about the hover stuff. So you know, it's really cool. But yeah, I do those every other week, and it's really neat. And then as you said, you know, the hover stuff too has really helped propel me growth wise in the last couple of months, big time. You know, I probably went from like 90 to 100 to 140, 150 now. Average viewership, which is quite the jump. You know, like it's hard to, people don't realize it. Like you hit these plateaus, and until you like you find something else to like get yourself into, then that's how you get over that plateau sometimes. And that's kind of what's helped me is finding the, the hover in the Twitter spaces.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you seem to be like, just from the outside looking in, like please try not to take offense if I say anything that's like,
no, you're good, man. You're good.
But I was like, it's really cool to see that like a new platform like Hover, and for you to, through working with Hover and using the platform, there's kind of this cool like assertion of like you as a leader on the Hover, in the Hover community, right?
Yeah.
And then from the outside looking in, it's like, cool, new platform. I'm going to utilize it in creative ways. I will be popular on the new platform. I'll be involved with other streamers that are using the platform.
Right.
Kind of nebulize a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then through working with it and being kind of like a first in, you are now you're like a pillar of light, a beacon of a mentor and a role model of sorts to other streamers that are using the platform, and also new people that are looking to use the platform of Hover.
Yep.
It's like you're like one of the faces and voices of the platform.
Yeah,
right?
It's actually really cool how it all started. A lot of people don't know this, but I started with them about a year ago now, and I was really hesitant when somebody approached me, and I was like, yeah, I looked at their socials, and again, numbers aren't everything, but when you see like a company and you see like their numbers are smaller at this time, on Twitter they had like 3,000 or so, and I was like, I'm not trying to invest in any small. At this point, I was working with Elgato, I was working with well-known companies. I didn't really like want to take a chance at that time. I wasn't ready for my brand. And then he kept bugging me. So I finally was like, okay, let me give it a shot. And I gave it a shot. I was like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. Like, it's neat. I get to get my I was one of the first Twitch partners to be on there. And I was trying to get like some of my other friends, and the same thing that happened to where I was dragging my feed. They were like, nah, I'm good. Pass. And people don't know is not only do I push the Hover stuff, but I actually work for them. I'm in the meetings with them. Like once they get funding, I'll end up becoming an employee with them. That that's the goal. But when they first brought me on, they said, "Hey, we can't offer you money. Like, we don't make money." And I said, "You know what? I'm okay with that. I want to get experience. Plus, there's the like you said, the word that we kind of use in the industry, the clout." I was like, you know what? If I get followers from it and I grow from it, then that's a win for me. That's getting paid in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
It's one thing to like, there is something to be said of like fighting against working for exposure, right? But if you're talking to a startup and you understand the stakes, and it's like, I mean, it costs hundreds, and I don't know how much it costs to make Cover, but like app development costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, like especially if you are not the developer and you have to hire and outsource, and the time and dedication. So like the idea behind kind of putting your face onto something that you believe in as a platform, that's a cool understanding and a cool opportunity. And what's so interesting about Hover, I'm about to do a full breakdown of Hover here in a second, because people may not even know what we're talking about. But like there's probably been 200 or 300 people that have tried to do what Hover's doing, and when I see Hover, a couple of months ago, it's got like 10,000 Twitter followers, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's one of those things. Like, I've seen that like 1,000 times. Good luck, nerds.
Yep, same, dude, same. I've had that. It's like another one's gonna fail. Yeah, like it's gonna be here today, gone tomorrow. Like we've seen it a million times.
Yeah. But now it's got like 26,000 followers, and like I've watched you and Capri Sun and BB Jess. Like BB Jess is like, I have an episode with her on the podcast, and I called it the next Twitch superstar, because like she's
blown away.
Yeah. She's like on the podcast, she had like 9,000 followers, and I told her, I was like, you're gonna be like the biggest thing on Twitch. Like in a couple, and then she's got like 14,000 followers, and her Twitch is blowing up, her TikTok's going crazy. But her content is so unique, and she's so theatrical and technically skilled that like. Yep. Twitch has she's one of the only people, if not the only person I've ever seen blow up like without like virality, right? She utilized TikTok, she utilizes other platforms, utilizes relationships with you guys, social media to to demonstrate
but she never had
appropriately.
one large creator straight up give her like quote unquote clout, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Like
it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah. And of
Well
course,
deserved.
like you're doing that on not as accelerated, which is I'm not trying to compare, but it's just like you guys, this group again, like all of you guys are growing. And like as a business owner at Hang Time with like staff and stuff, it's hard to look at that and be like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like
yeah.
like,
What's the secret?
Yeah, what's the secret? And like
Yeah.
I've been content creating for 10 years. Like I've worked for YouTube channels that have like 4 million subscribers, and you know, I've worked for Rooster Teeth and ScrewTag and all these companies. And as like kind of like as a business owner now, I'm like, and all those companies, like when I joined them, they were already like mega hits and stuff, right? And so now that like my channel and this new brand that we relaunched is like smaller again, watching other creators grow is important. It's important not to compare, but it is important to be like, okay, well, what? I don't compare our numbers. I do compare methodologies of growth, right? And I just think, again, like Hover and y'all's kind of click, those leaders on Hover, it's very interesting stuff. But let's talk about Hover for a second. Hover, from the outside, from me looking and not being too involved with it or utilizing it yet, is basically a really cool way for you to, an outsider, not a creator, but somebody who's looking for Twitch streamers. It's a way to see the best of what Twitch streamers have to offer. Yeah. And it's got really good integration with like their live channels, and you can sort by game category and stuff. And it's still like an early kind of form. But what's really cool is it seems to have a really cool dedicated community, not just with it's like the small streamers that are using it to grow are also using it to network more than anything. And it's like these streamers that have 5, 10, 20, 30, 100 viewers. These communities are starting to enmesh and collaborate.
Yeah, to overlap each other. And
exactly.
I'm seeing it all over the place. I'm seeing it.
Yeah. And so and through you guys are really using Twitter really well. You leaders of Hover and the biggest creators that are on Hover are really using your relationships with each other through what seems like Hover to cross promote organically, right?
Yeah.
Not just doing streams together, but Twitch interaction. And you know, I found you because I was like, well, one of our community followers, like BB Jess, so I saw him retweet something, and I followed BB Jess, and I saw her interact with you a lot, and then I saw you interact with like Gaming Poppy, and then Rose Colored Glasses is talking about you, and it's like
you start putting the pieces together. It's really neat.
But what if so it's like a networking tool where small creators can find each other, an audience can find creators, right? That's what it's really made for, correct?
It's a place where you can basically take any of your content, whether you're just a gamer or a content creator, and put it on there. It's just like a snap. It's just like it's a smaller form of TikTok in a sense, right? TikTok is very globalized. Hover is same kind of setup, right? The same kind of scrolling mechanic, likes, comments, short form content. Obviously TikTok's advancing now to like, longer form, but
and it's going to be over. Like YouTube will never die or anything, but it's like TikTok is almost the ultimate video platform. But once you can watch the bee lady do stuff for 10 minutes, man, I'm not moving.
No, you're not lying.
Moving.
Yeah, you're not lying. But that's kind of what Hover is, but just for gaming and streaming content. It's really cool. So if you're a streamer, you can use it to network. You could use it to like, obviously grow your own audience. If you're just a gamer, like even I've had some people in my community who are not even streamers. They don't want to create any content, but they play like Rocket League, and they can just press a button, clip their sweet shot, they put it on Hover, and that's it's cool for people to find that. So that's really cool. I actually use it with my community in a sense where I tell my community, hey, if you see something that you really like of my content, clip it and post it on your own account, and whoever out of my community has the most views, I'll give you $20 or $50 or whatever. And I'm kind of incentivizing. It's almost like the Reddit, you know what I mean? Like, like those guys, the subreddits, right? The Miskiffs, XQCs, they have those guys who post subreddits of them. And that's in a way of just getting their name out there more. They're not dumb. So we're kind of bringing a Reddit to Hover.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I hate Reddit. Not because it's toxic or anything. I love Reddit, but like it drives me crazy that like if our community posts anything of us to live stream fails, it gets deleted. Because
I get deleted too on there for some reason all the time. I don't know why.
It's like okay, well, what's not deleted? Oh, Mizkif or XQC or
I think you have to
like
have an in,
really intense drama stuff. It's like
I think you have to have an in. I really do because I get some of my stuff got deleted too. I'm like I don't understand why I got deleted. I was like okay,
and it's like hey, we're like share Eclipse, and if a community member shares Eclipse, it's like oh man, that clip just got 40,000 views on Reddit and it's got 700 upvotes, and then after a day it's deleted, and it's like. You can't do that. Your streamer told you to put it here, and
that's what they do. That's what they say. They say like your streamer told us. Come on, man. Like, are you kidding me?
It's like the most gate kept.
It is. It is very. So I'm bringing that kind of like that Reddit realm to Hover in my own sense. Like doing I'm doing like reactions to Hover, right? Like I'll pull up Hover on my stream. I'll react to people's clips. I'll react to my own clips on there. So I'm kind of bringing that own like taste to it. That's what I'm trying to do to kind of put my own. Again, like when you're a staple of something, you kind of want to like create those small movements, right? Because then when new people come on, they're gonna look to you, right? And that's only it's self beneficial. I'm not trying to like paint anything a different color. I'm trying to gain too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really cool in that situation we were talking about how like there's been a lot of hovers, or hovers where it's like use this and your channel will blow up. It's a cool app, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason or the other, whether it's the tech or the habit forming of like TikTok similar features, it's you should and want to be the face of a platform that's growing, right?
Yeah, facts.
And I don't know. It's just something like Hover so rarely ever works that it's a cool, interesting situation.
When do you think this video will come out?
I don't know. It could be a couple of weeks. It could be
okay. I'm gonna give you a little bit. If it's a couple of weeks, by the time this video comes,
months. It could be months. So
couple of weeks, couple of months, whatever. Okay, give me like 2 weeks minimum. But look, listen to this, okay? I'm not gonna say everything, but by the time this video comes out, Hover's gonna make some insane news, and that following might double.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I know something that's happening right now that's gonna create some insane waves on the internet. Okay, so
I can't wait for you to tell me off camera. It's gonna be great.
We're talking about Hover now, but just watch when this comes out. People are like, they're gonna know what Hover is here real soon.
Yeah,
they'll know.
Shit. Oh God, do they need investors? I'll buy in right now. Oh,
they do. They are looking for investors, but
yeah,
but it's gonna be big. Just trust me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Watch YouTube. That's your little cookie right there. We'll see if people are like, "Oh crap, he was right."
Oh, no. Okay. Well, you'll have to let me in whenever nobody's watching. Anyways, so that's awesome. Like, just from the outside looking in, what's been the what was your journey to being a content creator? Like,
so
pre-Hover and all that stuff.
From the very start, man, I'll tell you, like I'm a huge sports fan. I've always that's my hobby was sports, and I'd play video games sometimes here and there. And I was watching, this was in 2018. Obviously I was well aware of YouTube and all the other platforms. I never really knew what Twitch was though. I was late to the game, and I was watching ESPN. And Ninja was hosting this Las Vegas Fortnite tournament, and I was like, "Oh, what is this? What's this Twitch thing?" And they're talking about all this money, and I'm like, "Well, shit, I play Fortnite. I'm about to be a streamer now." I was like, I can do it.
It's easy.
Yeah, easy, dude. Like, what? I play Fortnite. Yes.
Are you kidding me?
So I load up my PS4, fire up the old stream, and for the next 3 weeks, I have no one there.
Yeah.
And I started on PS4, no camera, headset mic, just playing Fortnite, and it just kind of evolved, to 2018. I kind of like ups and downs, I went to 2019, went to like Call of Duty, Apex, like I was doing all like the first shooter bro games. And then I went to TwitchCon. Well, right around that time, I had actually switched. I joined the hype, and I went to Mixer. I streamed on Mixer for a couple months, man, and it was interesting. It was, I went there with like when Ninja went, Shroud went, and all that stuff, So I gave it a shot. I was like, oh yeah, let me go just try this Mixer, and it was a flop. It was so bad.
Yeah, I felt so bad for those Mixer creators that just like, man, just ditched you. Like,
yeah, it's brutal,
no warning.
But some of them came over and they've done quite well on Twitch. I mean, knowing what like for streaming on Mixer, there wasn't really money to be made. They didn't have a culture there. People forget that culture exists. Same thing with these YouTube guys. I knew it as soon as these the Ludwigs and everybody went over to YouTube, and like I saw all these other small streamers, because it's a trickle effect. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm gonna go try YouTube. I try to explain to them like there's not the culture there. You're not like, if you're trying to make money, it's not gonna be like that. Twitch has a very very built culture on gifted subs, right? Like like the gifted subs, whatever. If you're a creator of like our size, we get a lot of gifted subs. A lot of, that's something that the YouTube culture doesn't have yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're gonna go over there and you're in for a shock if you think that you're about to make some money, because you're not gonna be making any money.
It's really weird. Like on Hang Time, I don't know if you cut our streams, but like the way we monetize, we have like programmed features. We have devs that built like graphics and stuff. Like we monetize with we basically have like our own kind of microcurrency on Twitch. That it's like, if you give us like every like $12 we make, it's a heart, right? And at 100 hearts, it's like our daily goal. And like if we do 500 hearts, we'll do a video game giveaway, or we'll do a trip to go see people around the country and stuff like that. But like to think about that culture, like YouTube, they would light us on fire. Like they would call us e-beggars. They would call us pieces of shit. They would say like the culture. What we've done at Hang Time is we've made it okay to ask for money, right? And that's because of how we communicate and what we give the audience in return, like for their donations and subs and stuff.
I'm a big advocate for that, of talking about money openly, monetary stuff,
Yeah, sorry, no pressure for you two or anything like that.
Oh,
but,
no, I'm all about it.
Yeah, I think our audience just like knows that like we're totally fucked if they don't donate or give subs to the channel.
No, it's the same shit with me. I tell them all the time, man, like it's not possible. I have kids, like I got 3 kids. Like there's no way in hell I can sit here and just and stream and have fun knowing damn well that I'm, I got 3 kids upstairs. You know what I mean? Like I have to make money. I have to. Yeah. And I'm very like, it never comes out to like, oh, hey, please give me money. It's more of just being open and honest. Like you said, letting them know like, hey, like this is our job, like it's and finding ways to like give back. I don't quite have like your level, but like I'll do like merch giveaway if we hit a certain goal. Like I'm always looking for ways to give back as well. Like, hey, I see you. Like, if we hit this one, I'll do something cool. Like I'll do something special, a special stream or whatever. Like small ways to tip your hat, right? It's important.
Yeah, we do it through time is like our baseline thing, and I think that's important for any streamer. Is to if you do get comfortable and you do have an audience that like you can talk about money and earnings with, like it's like, hey, if you support the channel or if you donate or give me subs or anything like that, like you can't just ask for it. You have like for me, I always went to say, hey, we're very close to an extra 30 minutes today on the stream if we can hit this, right? It'd be like if I always compare streaming to an ice cream shop, like and this is something that the YouTube culture will not get. It's that you hang your sign, you say, hey, at my ice cream shop, if you give me $5, I'll give you a Neapolitan waffle cone, baby. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And I think creators, a lot of creators and smaller creators, I think it should happen, but I don't think there's a culture where they quite feel comfortable enough. They don't feel like, number one, you have to build an audience that you're comfortable to talk about money with first.
Yeah.
And that's probably the hardest thing to do as a creator, to have a super dedicated audience, right?
It's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. But then second, to understand the fact that like you are a product, right? You are a service technically. And, it's like, what is your service doing for the viewer?
Right. And we're doing a lot. And that's the thing too. Like you have to really realize that you're doing a lot for them, especially in times like now where there's a pandemic, we're bringing a lot of happiness to a lot of people. It's something that I struggled with for a while, like actually like understanding like what I'm bringing to somebody else. Cause there's been months where I make a good amount of money, like in December, I almost made $10,000. And for somebody who's grown up with nothing, like $10,000, that's a shit ton of money. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes you're like wondering, like, am I doing enough? Like, am I really giving them enough back to like what they're giving me? Because that's life-changing types of money. You know what I mean? Like that gave me a really cool Christmas for my family. Like I got to really like get my kids some some nice things and my wife and like, you know, put money on the house and stuff like that. So yeah, money's like, and again, like I'm really comfortable talking about it because I think we need to have these conversations more so more people will feel okay with it. You know what I mean? Because I think there's a common misconception with streaming. It's, oh, you should just stream for fun. Well, fun's not going to pay the bills.
Yeah. And I think that's how, and that just really comes down to how you communicate with your audience. And I think that's why it's important to, I don't know if I should this. It's important to parasocialize a little bit just so they understand the stakes.
No, it is. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. I don't try to like beat our audience over the head with it or anything, but like, like it's easier for us to obviously justify because it's like, hey, we have 5 people on payroll and I don't pay people bad at all. and like they have families and one of them has kids and you know, we have benefits and health insurance and like office space we're saving up for and always being like, hey, your money goes to us existing and bigger content or more time or anything we can do. Charity a lot, you know, that's a really big motivator as well. But
I feel that I'm wearing a charity shirt right now. Actually,
what is it?
It's Live to Inspire. It's the Erica Legacy Foundation. It's for mental health and suicide awareness.
Okay, so you got it. That's the next one. You got it.
So, thanks. Yeah, we're doing actually my team. So I started a Twitch team. And it's a charity team. Like our focus is just charity. Like we come together and we do a charity event for a week and we smash out of the park. We do two a year. So I just relaunched it. It was the twerk team. And last year we raised $43,000. And I felt like it was a little inappropriate to have like the name twerk team as I'm like raising money for charity. So I was like, I'm gonna rebrand it for 2022. So I rebranded it to LOH, which stands for Love Over Hate. So that's my team now is Love Over Hate, and we have our first event actually next week. So you mentioned charity, and charity is a big thing for me as well. It's another thing that's like you give back, right? Like you know, we have a way of changing people's lives in so many different ways, just like they're changing ours. So it's like it's like a give and take, but in different ways, you know?
Yeah. I mean, kick me links and stuff, and we'll kick out raids and stuff to whoever's on your team. If you have channels live and stuff, that'll be cool.
Appreciate that, man. I really do.
But yeah, it's crazy. 10K, that's awesome. Yeah, I think same. I didn't come from money or anything, and while you know, we're not like mega millionaires or anything, it's like you know, it's really cool to be like, hey, I got a house.
And I tell these guys, like, you know, and I even said like, oh hey, I'm looking to buy my first ever car, right? And you know, I told them like, you know, we have a family now. We're looking to buy a car, and I tell them very open and honestly, this is the car that we're looking to buy. Blah blah. You know, and you know, obviously, you know, some people will donate, but it's even without the donations because of like subs and bits and stuff like that, it's affordable. And I tell these guys like, man, like, you know, coming from where I was as a kid, right? Like, you know, homeless. I went to jail a couple times. You know, I've had a really rough life growing up to where I am now. I'm a homeowner. Like I own a home. I own a 2021 Honda. I was like, you know, it's crazy to me. Like, and this is all possible because of you guys. Like it's, you know, they make this dream happen. And, you know, I'm not even like doing it like as a form of like, I guess some might view this as like manipulation, right? But it's just how you word it. It's not like, you know, we're never like begging like or making them feel like they have to do it, but it's more of like, hey, look, you know, this is what you are doing and thank you. You know, it's like a tip of the hat type thing.
Yeah. I think it's strange for. We'll talk about this in a second, but I've just now started calling us a medium channel, right? I think we're averaging like 260, 280 viewers. I personally think that like if you have 10 viewers on Twitch, you're obviously in the top 0.01% of all streamers, right?
You're still relatively big.
Yeah. I think but let's just label us as smaller to mid-sized creators. You've got, you know, 150 people watching. That's a in scale with how disproportionate the Twitch 0.001% is. Like we are very small, right?
Yeah, we're small.
But in the ecosystem of like Twitch channels that have 0 people watching,
we're huge.
We're huge, right? Or a full-time content creator, like even to make enough money to not have to go back and work at Saltgrass Steakhouse across from AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, we are huge, right?
Yep.
But what was I gonna say? It is like, I like to communicate to the audience that it's like, we don't ever want to ask or incentivize tips and bits and donations, right?
Yep.
We want to grow to where it's like, cool, resubs today, hit the daily goal.
Yeah, the dream for me is like to get paid by one day by companies. Like, I've always said that. I want to get paid by corporations, not by, and I tell them that, like, hey, sometimes we do like these sponsor streams. It's not because I'm a sellout and I'm trying to bore you guys. It's because you guys do so, like, I don't always want to be like, well, hey guys, like, thanks for the subs. Like, I want you guys to, not feel pressured as well, because I feel like sometimes some people might feel like it's an obligation, and we try to make that clear. It's not your job for us to make money. It's our job to figure that out. That's why there is like YouTube and there is sponsorships and stuff like that. Yeah. But 100%, man, like, and that's the dream, right? One day to get paid by elsewhere, so we can do whatever we want. And then, like you said, the resubs happens, like, oh, cool, thank you. That's money that I, in your head, you're like, I can just give that right back,
Yeah.
I can put that right back to the community.
It's like, and you said like we have to figure out how to make money, and now how like we've figured out how to make money is by communicating and being open and being like, hey, your support is how we're funded. And like we just got our second long-term deal with NZXT, and that is like a
I saw that, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Worked on that for like a year, and they've been really, really cool and giving us a shot. So, but like, it would be awesome if like we had a company that just like covered the entire business, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a weird like line to walk, right? Because like, while we do have cool brand deals and we are sponsored, like, it doesn't like cover everything, right? And so you just need to remember to communicate, not you, the figurative you on camera. It's just like, just kind of keep in mind that I'm not satisfied. I won't be satisfied like as a business owner, and I don't think any streamer that's going into this as a career should be really satisfied until either one, they've signed a deal to stay exclusive to a platform, right? Like a Shroud with Mixer, or all these power grabs for YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Or Nick Merckx to stay on Twitch, or
Pokey just stayed.
Pokey just stayed. Or your viewership is so high that you can stream for a little bit a day and your resubs crush anything you need. Or you're large enough to where you can do really cool brand deals. Because let me tell you, Raid Shadow Legends money is just about the most satisfying money that you can make as a creator, because it's like, cool, this is like the best mobile game ever. It's huge. It's number one, so you can't even argue. And they pay small streamers really well.
They do. Yeah,
it's like
thousands of dollars. So it's not bad.
It's like, and when you have an audience that, and that's the best part about having an audience that already is supporting you, because you can say, hey, today, all you have to do is play some Raid Shadow Legends.
I think my deal when I think it was that game or a game similar. I think it was like $4,200. And
God, I told them, give me your rep. Oh God.
And I told them, I said, hey guys, this is $4,200. Like, if you guys smash this, I was like, I'm gonna give away a Switch. I'm gonna give away I told them like straight up, like, this is how much money I'm gonna make. If we hit this, I'll put back 1,000. Swear. And we hit it, and I was like, okay, bet.
Okay, you just gotta give me that email contact. That sounds like a good one.
That was a juicy one. It makes you feel big, like, it's a lot of money, dude.
I'm just like, God, $4,200. I'm like, oh my God, that's a,
to put in context. Last month on Twitch, with all my subs, my bits, and everything, for a whole month of work, I made $3,600. So that's 28 days of in February, $3,600. So like that one sponsorship,
and that is an incredible.
No, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I'm saying, like, when you get a sponsorship of like that, it makes you feel like you're ninja. You're like, oh shit. Got it. One stream, bet.
And then it's like, if the audience does like support you during that stream, you can. We've told the audience before. It's like, oh man, guys, today we have a sponsored stream. If you guys support the stream today, we're double dipping.
They're gonna come back for more.
Yeah, we're double dipping, guys. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's you know, that goal of just being like, I could stream till I'm 50, 60. Like, I
think me too, man. I enjoy this. It just comes easy, you know?
Yeah.
Just to communicate, having fun, you know.
The question is just like, will people support our channel like this for 20, 30 years? And I think that's what people don't see.
Yeah.
Whenever you're live, they don't see what you're doing behind the scenes to literally do everything you can to get your channel to a point to where you can do it for a living and they're not donating or gifting a dime, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the dream, man. That's the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
but until then, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
please come support the Twitch channel. I'm sorry.
Did you know that if you link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch account,
you got it, and you can make Jeff pay.
Yeah.
But
you're not kidding about that. The money aspect, and like you said, man, it varies. That's the thing when you rely on other people. And again, I'm not complaining at all. But like, you know, I just said in December I made almost $10,000. Now we're talking February. 2 months later, I made $3,600. You know,
yeah,
so like that's
not consistent, right?
It's a huge, that's a huge flow. And you know, they're both still a lot of money. But the point is, it would be nice to have like okay, this is what I'm gonna make. You know, because of these sponsorships every month, $5,000, right?
Oh
boom,
man,
boom, 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 boom. It would be a beautiful thing.
I just swooned for consistent sponsorship revenue.
Oh man, I would love that as well. That's the dream. That should be the dream of everybody, though. You know, it should never be the dream of getting a lot of gifted subs. You know, because that's like you said, the resubs, the people who do the paid subscriptions.
Yeah, the resubs too.
is the beautiful thing. To me that's the best thing ever. You know,
I think talking about culture though, it's like that. I think that's what's cool about you know, like we did this thing last year called March to the Top, where we tried to become like the #1 sub to Twitch streamer, and we got to number 8.
Nice, actually, it's impressive.
We had more subs than Tim the Tapman. We got like 35,000 subs.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But like it was like 30 14-hour work days in a row. Like the biggest shows we could possibly do. And we're going to do it again, like in some capacity whenever our new like studio's built. But like in the Twitch culture, everybody knew that the next month, 32,000 of those subs were going to fall off.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at our sub count, it's just like, the spike. It's so big. But I think that's what's cool. And I think that like whenever you have the right audience to support you, it's they know that it's like, cool, that took care of whatever funding you needed for now. Until tomorrow when you go live.
Yeah. That's the thing about the difference between Twitch and YouTube. Obviously, is Twitch is the money we make is while we're live. The second we're not live, that money is cut, right?
Yeah.
And then YouTube is that evergreen. It's always you can always be making money on YouTube. Videos can be revenue makers for months. So that's definitely the difference of it. Big time. But Twitch is very like when you're live, you're making money. The second you go, that's why it's that grind culture that's created on Twitch. That's why people sometimes stream for so long, because you're really only making money when you're live.
Yeah. And the thing about YouTube is like it takes millions of views to generate that revenue unless you're driving memberships, and we're talking about culture here. Driving memberships is really hard on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I think we had this channel Game Attack that I killed to rebrand, and we're gonna again when we get into the new studio we'll rebrand it and stuff. But I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I think we made over the course of 4 years that channel got 21 million views, and generally, unless your YouTuber is like rated R and like just never is monetizable, you can do $1,000 per $100 per million views. Wait, $100 per 1,000. Yeah, $10 per 100,000, pretty much. excuse me. Yeah. Anyways, we made $21,000 over the course of 4 years.
21K off of 21 million views.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. And that's about how it scales. Even working for larger companies, we had, I remember a company I used to work for. I remember like looking at their back end analytics, and it was like, oh man, they did 55 million views this month. Like,
yeah,
this company must have made $1 zillion. Yeah. And it was like, it had made like $49,000 that month.
Yeah. Yikes,
and it was
man.
like, it was
That's
like
crazy to me.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. It's just even thinking about like how to scale a business, and it's like YouTube is like an obvious, really good solution, but like YouTube alone isn't going to do it either. You're going to need cool sponsorships and brand deals and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's why that's what circle back to like Hover, right? That's why you get on the Hovers, the TikToks, the YouTubes, the Twitches, and you kind of spread your eggs out, right? Stop putting them all in one basket.
Yeah,
it really is important, so you can start to make that little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, a little bit of money there, and so on. Or not obviously not every platform will make you money, but it's just different ways to support yourself. And people are gonna probably watch this and think that we're money driven because all we're talking about is money.
I think it'll get eyes on the video if it's like, let's talk about money.
Let's talk about money. I mean, it's fair though. It's something that people don't like to talk about, and I'm very open about it.
I think it's interesting and fresh, and we talk about this on the Twitch channel a lot. So like our podcast audience may not know the couple of thousand people that are here. So
yeah.
But it is something people don't talk about, and I think it's have you encountered any things with I don't know if it's different for me since like we have like a lot of people, but are you excited at all for the point where you do sell out, or you don't do enough for charity, or you are a money grubbing piece?
Yeah, I mean, people always will say those things though. They will, man. That's just how it is, And I'm okay. Like I've accepted the fact that whatever somebody else thinks of me, like that's what they have to, like that's their thought, right? Like I know who I am at the end of the day, so I don't care if like that's what they think of me, because I still have kids to feed. You know what I mean? Like I do. So like I tell them, I straight up use the word Chad, I'm a sellout, and I'm at the comfortable levels of my community now where we can make jokes, and the new people who are there, they might think it's like a little cringe, but like my regulars, they're probably now they like love it. For example, I have 4 different cameras, right? I have a camera like directly behind me. I call it my ass cam. And so when I get like a big raid or whatever, I'll go to like my quote unquote my ass cam, which is my behind the scenes camera. And I tell people like, yeah, this is how I make my money. I just shake a little butt, you know? And every single time I do it, a lot of my regular community will give subs every single time. So now it's like becoming a running meme that, you know what I mean? So I don't really care about the perception
That's
anymore.
Such fun channel culture.
Yeah, it's just fun. Exactly.
That is such, if I was a first time viewer, I would, and I saw that, I would do it. I'm gonna steal it from you. Like we're gonna have ass cam from now on.
It's fun, man. It's just a funny little running meme. You have a little ass cam, and I kind of like shake my ass a little bit like as a joke. And I'm telling you, every single time like clockwork, somebody gives a sub. And I've had brand new people come out of the woodworks and first time tier 1 sub to me and say it was the ass that did it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, and that's the culture I want, because I have a saying: if you try to please everybody, you're gonna please nobody.
Yeah,
it's just you're going to.
You just gotta be this fence sitting piece of shit.
You just gotta own it. Yeah, you just gotta own it and have fun and like and like I know what I do. Like I know the things that I've accomplished, right? And we know this. And anybody who questions it, like that's on them to question. Like we raise money for charity. We've changed. I don't know about you, but like I've sent money to community members. I've helped buy their PCs. I've helped buy chairs. I've helped with medical bills. I've helped. I had a community member lose his son. I paid for their funeral. There's things like that. Yeah. That people that don't know, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy's all about money. They don't realize the shit that we've also done. And nor do I care to explain it to them. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like you have your thought. I know who I am. We'll both go to bed tonight, thinking different things, Yeah.
Even in our rebrand, I own a company called Game Attack, and it was like kind of tied to like a lot of old internet shit, like a lot of baggage. And so we rebranded to Hang Time as like a new thing, just to like ditch the past and kind of move on. Yeah. And the intro video, like there was a couple of comments that were like, this is the most corporate shit I've ever seen. And it's like my wife right now, Chelsea, who like runs the business basically and like our merch and stuff. Like she's over there like working off the kitchen counter, and I've got like t-shirts all over my island and stuff. It's like you just like tweet pictures and it's like a corporation. And so now like sometimes people will like when they tip the channel, they'll be like, here's some corporate dollars, or like here's some corporate brown nosing for you guys.
I make jokes. My fun jokes are like when I get a bunch of subs or something, I'm like, and I'll look at my camera and I'll be dead serious, like, you guys, thank you so much, man. Like you guys just helped me put gas in my Lamborghini.
Your concerned face is like, I would. Thank
you.
I'm just like, yes, sir.
Thank you. A second. But then like I hit him with like a meme. I'm like, oh, you guys, like you have no idea. You guys just helped pay for my Lamborghini. My Lamborghini's paid for now for the month. You know, thank you so much. You know, I could almost afford a BMW on top of it. Like I'll meme the shit like I'm a millionaire. You know, like just to meme the shit. Like fuck it. You know, who cares? Yeah. I don't think we're millionaires. You know, like I'm just really serious and concerned and like just getting this really like the deep eyes. You know.
Yeah. I wonder what like Tim the Tap Man has like a Hellcat engine dropped into a Jeep Gladiator, right?
Yeah.
I wonder like when's the limit when like you can. I mean, obviously when you make a gazillion dollars, right?
Yeah.
But like, I never see people talk about like when like a streamer, when a girl's like, she's like, man, I just got this sweet BMW i8. Like nobody ever talks about like mega famous streamers. I never see people criticize their money, right?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
And like even whenever I like posted the studs of my house, like when we were getting like we were building it, right? It was like I actually got like a really scary fucking email. This guy was like, you fucking flaunting your house, and it's it's like a little bit bigger than a big apartment. Like,
dude, I felt bad one time because I posted my sushi on my Instagram story, and you know, one of my followers, they commented like, "Wow, you really eat sushi a lot," and it's like, oh shit, like can I not eat sushi? Like, is it okay? Like,
what did sushi do now?
Like, is it okay? Like now I'm like, should I feel guilty that they're giving me money to eat sushi? Like they end up saying like, oh, I was just kidding around, but it made me feel like I'm like, oh shit, am I not allowed to like show off like expensive things that I'm doing with the money? Like, am I allowed to have sushi or
there is like a little bit of fear because it's like you don't want to come off looking like you have a shit ton of money because they're gonna stop giving you money. You need money, but it's like, you know, it's perception. Like it's also like you don't like I don't want people to think I'm like being disrespectful with like the support that they give us because like it's a little bit different because like it's like they're funding payroll, right? And then like we pay out and we do like health insurance and the benefits and all that stuff, right? But it's like I've had people like talk to me like I just take our gifted sub money and just put it under my mattress. It's like no, like I give $10,000 quarterly payments to the Department of Treasury to own a business.
On top of the taxes that come and everything else that. Yeah, I know. I'm always really weary about things that like I talk about purchasing. I don't want people to also think the same thing, that I'm like just using their money. But at the same token, we should technically be able to do whatever we want, right?
Yeah,
we
and
really should.
I think that comes to culture and like the audience, because I don't think nobody that is supporting you wants you to just not live your life. You know, it's like Grayson, our host, the big guy with the beard. He's 6'9" and 300 pounds. He drove a Kia Soul for like 6 years, right? And he bought a truck. He bought an F-150, a pickup truck that he fits in his whole life. And like Grayson, whatever you think poor is. Oh man, we're talking snakes in the bed, wasps in the house, like scorpions, and no electricity, like taking care of family. And it's just like I just wanted to be like, Grayson bought a truck.
Yeah.
And also, because like he's a longtime friend of mine, but also I don't want the audience to be like, what are you going to do? Just take my money that I gave you and buy a truck?
Buy a truck. Yeah.
You rich piece of shit. And it's like, no, it's not like a Bugatti. It's like a truck. And he's
like
worked
an F-150, dude. Yeah.
He's worked his whole life for this
moment.
for this mid-tier automobile. And it's just like, should I post this picture? Because are you going to get like that one person who's like,
it's always the one too.
Yeah. And then it's like, it gets under your skin and your soul. And then like you think about it in the bathtub while you're looking at, YouTube and stuff.
Isn't it weird how that works though? Because I think we get so much positive feedback for the most part that those negative ones really do stand out, man.
We're creators, man. We're creators. That one comment's going to kill us.
Oh, it always does, man. And I try so hard not to, and I'm getting better at it, but it always stands out every single time. And you're right. It just takes that one. It takes that one person to be like, oh, you're balling out, huh? On my hard-earned money, It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah. And then I remember the email I got. It was like, they were like, you better remember where the money comes from. I think that's what he said. It's like, no, I totally forgot what I do 70 hours a week and think about when I'm off work. I have no idea where the money comes from. It's like, well, I can tell you like 90% of it comes from the audience. So they are absolutely incredible, and I'll never forget that. But thank you for making me feel terrible about it.
Make me feel like a piece of shit.
For buying a house.
For doing anything positive in my life. It's like people, they want you to do well, but once you start doing like, really well, they're like, wait a second, hold on, baller.
It's like, like, did you didn't want this for us?
I wanted. I tell these guys, like, I would love to be famous. I really would. I think it's something that I would love to be somebody like at TwitchCon, for example, where people line up. I would love that responsibility because I think I would do it positively, right? I would really impact people. And I like it, man. I like the attention. I'm a content creator. I like the attention. I like people wanting to be around me. Like, it's fun. It's fun to influence people.
To not admit to a 1% degree of narcissism when you live live would be ridiculous. But yeah, I think I completely agree. Like, I want the brand to be famous, right? I want to be able to, someday sit back and there's a team of hosts at Hang Time that are younger and have been on, and like, there's a crew of 10 and some guy running a division that I don't even know. That's like, the scale is just large, but that comes with fame. And it's like, I want the role, the responsibility. And I think that's a really good way of putting it. You saying like, you want the responsibility. Right.
Yeah, I think I could handle the responsibility, and that's the difference between some people who become famous and they do things that you're like, man, why you have the ability to impact so many people, but you're choosing to do this, and I was like, it's like really confusing. So it's something that I strive to have that platform. And really use it in a good manner, and still have fun, still be me, still shit talk a little bit and still be memey and still shit post, but also show people that you can come from nothing to this, and for me, I'm 33 years old now, dude. Like, to find this kind of success even at this age, where oftentimes it feels like a young man's game. It feels like I look around, I'm like, all these young people around me. But it's cool, man, and I feel like personally I'm just getting started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 33 as well, and I think I personally believe it's really stupid to think that we're gonna age out of content creation. Like I look around and I look at like who's in our industry, and it's like, I work with Bruce Green and like Tim Geddes and Greg Miller and Lauren Sontag and all these other creators, and like they're all like 35, 40, and it's gaming, like,
dude. And we have something that others don't have, and that's life experience. We have, if I personally would have found Twitch, right? I'm just using Twitch for example, because obviously, I was doing things on YouTube, but in my early 20s, I would have been ready for this. I wasn't. I was
no
too
way.
crazy, man. Like I was way too wild. I didn't have quite the I always had the work ethic, but I wouldn't have had like the structure that I have now, or maybe not even the drive. I'd have probably been too busy partying more than actually like creating content my off time and stuff like that. So these are things that I think I have now that a lot of these young folks probably don't have, and I think that's what sets us apart sometimes.
Yeah. And I think that's what sets our audience apart as well. I don't necessarily want a 15-year-old kid watching.
I
streams.
don't. Yeah.
Like I don't even know if I really want an immature like 17 or 18-year-old, even a really immature 20-year-old to watch our streams. Like I want an audience that I've talked about this on the channel a lot before. If I venture into uncomfortable territory, just let me know. But like I always associate my channel as my house. Like Hang Time is our house. And if a 15-year-old show up to my house party, I would be like, you need to get the fuck out of here.
No, it's the same thing. No, same thing. I mean, dude, I have an ass cam. Like I don't want any kids watching me either. You know what I mean? Like, no, 100%. I'm the 100%. Like I structure myself around having an adult community, and I like that because we can have adult conversations. And I'm not talking about like rated R conversations. I'm talking about like real life conversations that where we have like life experiences, whether it be like in the job related field or whatever. I do enjoy that mature kind of conversation that we can have.
Yeah, so we don't really have to dive too deep into this, but like we talk about like politics like a lot on the channel, and I think and if social issues as well, we'll talk about like BLM and gay and trans rights, and we'll be fighting for that stuff. And if people disagree with that, we really just be like, cool, we're not for you, and we'll turn them away, right? But you tweeted, this is your pinned tweet. You said, my name is Sorrey, and I'm not a positive vibes only streamer. Do I try to give love and lift people up? Absolutely. I will also speak my mind, and I'm a bit rough around the edges at times. Just to set the record straight. And I think with the older audience, that typically is gonna go like a lot further, and that's something that's great about our age and being an older streamer that is seasoned enough to be comfortable with turning people away from the channel, right? Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I think a lot of people, they want everything, right? And it's not always, the foundation is so important, man. You got to have a strong foundation if you really want to like blossom into a bigger streamer. If you accept anybody in your community, people who have different vibes, people who are immature, whatever, you're going to have a rocky foundation, and it's going to crumble. Because then you're gonna those people who bring those different vibes or that different energy, they're gonna scare away the people, or they're gonna push away the people who you actually want to be there, and that's where you're gonna set yourself up to failure. So I think and like for my pinned tweet, I do give a lot of love, but at the same time, like I'll talk shit, and I've had a couple people be like, whoa, for somebody who gives a lot of love.
Oh my God!
Are you being fake? This is fake. I'm like, no, dude. Like this is who I am. Like sometimes am I being fucking nice and giving love? Yeah. Will I also call you a dumbass in 2 seconds later? Absolutely. That's who I am. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
So I had to try to set this record straight sometimes, because people see one image sometimes and they think that's who you are. And I'd let them know, like, okay, that's I am everything. I'm not just one. There was actually a tweet that I made. I have an alt account that I use to kind of bullshit. And this tweet right now might actually be my highest tweet ever on my alt account. On my alt that has 500 followers.
Okay.
And it's just a meme. And it just says, the version of me you created in your mind is not my responsibility.
Yeah.
And I love that one. I love it. And right now it has 3,187 likes on my alt account.
That is the scariest part about being like a fence sitting content creator, right? Because it's like if you're fake or inauthentic, you're gonna disappoint so many fucking people, right?
Dude, facts, man. Facts.
It takes an incredible. This is speaking for myself, and I'm just about positive speaking for you. It takes an incredible amount of self-esteem to be okay with telling people to fuck off from your content.
Yeah.
And I've probably seen a dozen out of millions or hundreds of thousands of content creators. I've probably seen a dozen like turn people away. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'll check people who are even regulars. Like I'll give you an example, and even if he watches this, he'll understand. I have a guy now who's one of my top sub gifters, who's been around for a while, very giving guy. Financially, he's always in my streams, whatever. Today, I had to check him. I had to say, yo, dude, you're out of line right now, and what you're saying is not really appreciated. And I was having a tough conversation, and he was like, yo, my bad, dude. And and he ended up sending me a message afterwards, like, yo, my fault. Dude. I'm like, it's good, bro. Like, don't even worry about it. But the fact is that I can have that conversation with somebody and have no fear of him, going away forever. And if he does, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's his,
it
that's
sucks,
up to him.
right?
Huge. It's huge. It sucks big time. And I would never want that. But you have to have those conversations because you have to have the long-term picture, right? You can't let anybody change the flow of your channel. You have to be in control. You're the ultimate conductor. So it doesn't matter if they've been around forever or they're brand new. If they're out of line, tell them. Simple as that.
Yeah. There was so with Game Attack, it was the brand at that time was a like before I like took over sole ownership, it was a very like, hey, no politics. We're not going to talk about that. This is an escape. Yeah. Right. And like as soon as I took it over, I got really sick of it. Like I was just like, no, fuck this, fuck that. Like, we're doing gay charity streams right now for LGBTQ. Like we're doing BLM streams. Like, like fuck Trump. Like, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
But we'd be like, man, fuck that. And there was a mass exit, not a mass exodus, but like a 30% viewer exodus. Like they were just gone. Like top donators
gone.
Like top. Yeah. It's like, and I was like, oh God, that hurts.
Shit.
But I was like, oh God, I'm hurt. But you're talking about long term, and it's like long term, we're gonna get another big person in here that is gonna throw down a ton of subs, and they're gonna be the right person that cares.
And they align with your vision.
Because now it's this is what it is. Like it's not the. And the worst part about it was like the people that left, they would be like, I can't believe you support that. And it's like, oh man, they've thought I was like,
they thought
not who I am this whole fucking time. Like, and some of these people like 6, 7, 8 years. It's like, oh man, you thought I would be against trans rights charity streams?
Yeah, human rights.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh,
yikes,
you fucking
dude.
idiot. And that was like part of the rebrand, right? Was that realignment of like, it's like setting a fracture, dude. It's like, like the rebrand to Hang Time was like, no, this is what it is. And like that authenticity is like the core of the brand, right?
And it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
When you start to talk about doing things like that, that now becomes bigger than you, and that's what's important, man. That's how we make the world a better place too. Is making things bigger. It's putting stuff like that in front of us. Human rights obviously is a huge one. It's a huge problem that we have in the world. So it's cool. It's cool to see creators like fight for that, knowing that you're going to quote unquote piss people off. But do you want those people around in the end? Probably not. So who cares?
Yeah. I think it's really interesting. You talked about like maturity levels of like what it would have taken, being younger and starting this, because like if I was, man, even like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I mean, I was wild, man. I was really immature. Even my vocabulary, I came from the Marine Corps. So, the hard F word, homophobic slur, was used in our everyday vocabulary in the Marine Corps. So that's something that when I play video games, Call of Duty, I said all the time, man. And now that, it's like, it took me a while to really like mature and like, okay, this shit's like not cool what I'm doing, and like to change who I am. But again, that's a process, like some of us are raised that way or taught that way, depending on our upbringing or what's around us. So I wouldn't have been ready, man. I was not mature enough. Mature enough, dude. I'd have made an ass of myself.
Yeah. I think I think it's just and also like the idea of like, oh, you don't like me,
Yeah.
It's now it's like as a content creator, it's a revolution that's slowly happening. And when I had like Greg Miller on the podcast and even BB Jess talking about like toxic masculinity in the streaming space. Like it's like this big revolution that's going on right now, and it's kind of in a core of like a lot of the guest streams is the content creators like fighting back, and using the power to reject audience is something that especially live streamers VOD content creators can't really do this. Actors and musicians really can't do this.
Yeah, because they got a PR team. They're ready. Like they're just ready pre-wrote. Like our reactions are what you see live.
Yeah.
Like we don't get the script that. Like we don't know when the next person's gonna come in and say something, wild, and it happens, and we have to react live. Boom, right then and there.
And then like the only real worst part about live is like whenever you cultivate like a really really awesome audience, and then you do get like a bigot or like an asshole or like a homophobe in the chat, and we're like, we as hosts were like, you need to get the fuck out of here, and chat's like, yeah, leave, bitch. It's like oh whoa, we got it, it's okay.
everyone attacks. Like it's like every single time, man. It makes me laugh, dude. It makes me laugh.
Man, it's a wild ride. Well, so you started off PS4, like just live streaming, and then you came over to Twitch. What was that? Even like what you were saying about like your language and kind of adjusting. So like, even when I started streaming on like my personal channel, like I was part of like a company. Like I came into live streaming with a 20-person head start as far as like concurrent viewers, because I worked at a company. And what was kind of your process for going from like rough around the edges military to playing Fortnite on PS4 to PC time?
It happened like real quick. I was just playing, and I met like some other streamers, and they were a little bit bigger than me, and just kind of like just hanging out in their streams, getting to know them, and just my vibes, I guess, via chat kind of like rub off. So people like will start to come to my streams, right? And naturally, and I started to realize that people were not there for my gameplay. They were there to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And that was a really big eye-opener, because I always thought that Twitch was just straight up video games, right? Because all I knew was Ninja at that time for the most part. So I was like, okay, these guys are like wanting to actually have like real ass conversations with me. Which is it was wild to me.
Sorry. But just like, so this was like 2 or 3 years ago?
This is 2018, so 2018, 2019,
Oh, man, you dead ass didn't know shit.
I had no idea, dude.
So, like...
I had no idea.
So, like, you just came in and you were like, oh, wait a minute, like, they want to, like, talk to me and stuff?
They want to talk to me, like, ask me about, like, my day and stuff. I was so blown away. I'm like, what the hell, man?
That's so funny. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I thought people were just gonna come and like watch me play Fortnite and ask me about the game or something. Like they're like, oh, hey, how's your day? Like, I'm like, holy crap, man, it's kind of cool. This is neat.
Kudos to just like totally jumping in though, to be like.
Yeah. Dude, I had no idea what I was doing, man. Yeah. I joined the very first thing I did. I was on Twitter, and I created a Twitter account, and I followed Fortnite, right? And again, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was like, okay, how am I gonna get Twitter followers? Like, how do I do this? So every single time Fortnite, it's
I
gonna
ask
get better.
myself that every fucking day when I wake up.
How am I gonna get followers? How am I gonna get people to like me?
Yeah.
So Fortnite would post, right? And okay, this is some cringe ass shit. This is cringe.
This is so good. This is glorious.
Fortnite would post, and they'd get a bunch of comments, right? So I would then go to all the people who commented. I would send them a DM and say, "Hey, my name is Sorrey, and I'm trying to get 50 followers to get Twitch affiliate. If you don't mind checking out my stream." I was that guy, dude.
Oh no!
I was him, man. If I ever like blow up, somebody's gonna lose that, dude. I was that guy. I
gotta start doing that. That sounds awesome.
So I got a couple that way, but I mostly got blocked, to be honest with you. I probably 80% of the time got blocked. But that's how I started, and then it just kind of evolved, man. Evolved to like me, like I started to just not playing the game. I was like in the lobby, and I would just talk for like an hour, and then eventually I was like, well, let me just try like just chatting. I was like, I'll just go over to just chatting. And when I went to just chatting, dude, I just took off, man. Like that's where I went, like from like 20, 30, it was like 40, 60, 70, 100, and then boom, I've been at over 100 now since January of 2021. I don't even know what year we are. I don't even know. 2020, 2021, something. COVID years, they're all meshed together.
So it just kind of went from like, okay, I'm sitting in the lobby. I like the conversation part more. And you upgraded your shit.
Yeah. I slowly but surely upgraded things and, got some things from community members and, used some payouts. And I slowly built up to what I have now. And that's the thing too, man. A lot of people see like, for what I have, right? They're like, holy shit, no wonder why you have viewers. Look what you have. Like, dude, you don't realize, man, like just a couple of years ago, I had a ceiling rod that I took from a ceiling and I taped it to a bar. And at the end of the bar, I had a snowball mic that I taped. And that was my audio plugged into a MacBook. Like they don't, and I have that video. I show them like, look, man, like this is where I used to be. When I had a donut box I had 3 donut boxes stacked up in front of me, and I put a PS4 camera on there. That would be eye level with me. It was the only way I could get the, so it was like really, really ghetto-fied. So like, I slowly upgraded and got the things and then a big break for me was Elgato Partnership. They partnered me when I averaged 45 viewers. Which was incredible because that's not really something they do very often, right? Unless you're doing things with their products. So that was a big one, man. And then they hooked me up. They sent me all my lights, my stream decks, all my equipment. So that was a big one for me. That's a lot of money that you can save, in the long run. So that was big.
Yeah. It hurts my heart when people like buckle under the weight of creation because they don't think they have the tech.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes that people make is it's like,
I try to tell people, man, you are your best content, period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you have. It's you. People are there for you. Does the equipment help? Yeah, sure it does. You know what I mean? It does help you, but it's not the end all. You can get away with a lot and just slowly upgrade. You can just, I upgrade mics, I think 6 times before I got to the Shure SM7B. I went through so many different small mics, the AT2020s, the Snowball, I forget the Target mic. I went through so many of them. You slowly upgrade, take these baby steps.
I think we did a road trip around the country and we streamed like 21 days. Like we road tripped from Dallas to like up to LA and Tahoe and all across to Chicago and New York and Florida. We did it. We called it the sub drive and we monetized it like every sub. Yeah. Every couple of subs and bits was like more mileage. And we did that with a cell phone.
That's sick.
And at our office, we have like boards and stuff. We have like Blackmagic. We have like really good production software. But if we lost signal on the cell phone, we would toggle to another host who was in the studio playing video games, right?
Yeah.
So like the stream never died or we didn't lose connection.
Yeah.
But whenever we got back from that, it was like we could have done that without the boards.
Yeah.
Like, because what we did is we streamed to a dummy Twitch channel and we ran a desktop capture, right? And we just toggled to a board. That's an OBS scene.
Yeah.
From free OBS. Anybody in the world or anybody in the world right now with a cell phone could do. Obviously, they would need the funding and the gas and co-driver.
Yeah.
But like anybody in the world could stream a cross-country road trip.
Yep.
It doesn't take. In our board, we have Blackmagic 4K cameras, 2 Blackmagic boards, a server system in our office. And it's like, this is it. You could do that
literally from your cell phone.
Literally this exact phone. Literally this phone. Could stream the entire thing. And especially for like IRL and stuff, man. It just hurts my heart when people are like, "What do I need for streaming?" And it's like, you need your cell phone. Yeah.
You need you, bro. You need to have a little bit of charisma, a little bit of personality. That's the main thing that you need, man, to be a content creator.
Yeah, you gotta want it.
You have to want it, man.
Want it.
and get ready to invest a lot of time. That's streaming is a huge time investment, man.
Yeah.
Huge. And I'm not even talking about on camera, like the off camera stuff. It's never ending. You know what I mean? Like it's just doing things like this. I'm on a podcast with you. This is something that we're both doing. And what our quote unquote free time. Obviously it's your business, but it just shows you this stuff never ends. You know what I mean?
I always say whenever people it's like, what is that? If they talk about wanting to be a content creator, I just ask them, are you ready to invest indefinite time for almost guaranteed? Yeah. No money ever.
Yeah.
Like how long does it take to make money? Yeah. Statistically speaking, you will never make money.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to tell people that, but that's the point I've gotten to is like just raw honesty. It's like,
Yep.
yo, like this shit is almost impossible. But if you invest every waking hour of your life, it might happen at like a tiny
Last year, just my subs and my bits, I made $42,000 to give someone a realistic, and I averaged last year a little over 100 viewers. So that's not counting the tips, obviously, but that just shows you like is that good money? Yeah, sure, that's good money, but is that like life changing money? No. That'll pay your mortgage and pay some bills and stuff, but you're not gonna, and that's 4 years of, huge. If you divide that now by like the years that I've been streaming, I'd probably average like 13,000 a year.
Yeah. And that's the time that that is a testament to your audience, right? That's like super awesome, but it's also like really validating proof that like you can work full time.
Yep.
You can work full time with the right 50 viewers.
Yeah, you can. Oh yeah.
Even PETA, who I hired onto the team, like he was full time and he had 30, 40, 60 viewers. He wasn't even partner. And yeah, that's the only thing I really wish I could teach people is like you don't need to be partner, you don't need to be affiliate.
You really don't, man.
You just need the right audience.
Yep. Find that audience. Exactly. It can change everything for you. And I see you know what, to be honest with you, man, I'll see some people who are not partner who are doing, in my opinion, better off than some partners,
Oh yeah. I consider dropping the check mark every day. Like, so I could stream to Facebook, so we could stream to YouTube. So we could restream.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wild ride because it's like people aren't looking for you on Twitch. But if like I think about the road trip stream a lot, like I think like nobody on Twitch is going to search for a 21-day cross-country road trip on Twitch just chatting.
Yeah.
But if we're at Lake Tahoe live and it pops up in a Facebook feed, who's tuning in? Who's going to watch that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, more people for sure. In my opinion.
But is it going to be grandma and grandpa? Is it going to be a little kid? Who's it going to be? But it has potential better than it does really deep on a just chatting section.
Twitch discoverability is so strange to me, man. I wish that there was a better funneling system because right now they definitely feed the top dogs. It's very clear.
Yeah, it's
top
really hard.
Eat. Yeah, top dogs eat. You know what I mean? And I get it. They make their money. They make the money. So I understand the process. Like I get it, but it's like, man, if there was something, if there was a hover system in place, why do the clips just kind of go to die on Twitch? It's like,
I don't know.
Why is there not something more with that?
I think that Twitch is a slave to advertisers.
Yeah.
I think that you could earn $30,000 for Twitch and gifted subs. Let's say you had the biggest month ever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You earn $30,000 for Twitch in gifted subs. They're half, or they're 30%. They're half rev split. You earn, or let's say you have a month where somebody gives you, a zillion bits and
shit. Mine's 50%. So
what's that?
Mine's 50%, bro.
Well,
50% cut for me.
I'm not allowed to tell you what ours is. It's 100. We get 100% of sub revenue. It's crazy.
That's sick, dude.
No, we don't. It'd be awesome. But like none of that pales in comparison in what I think to what Twitch makes from Nick Merckx running ads.
Yeah.
Right. I think that Twitch does not care about what its creators earn. It only cares about what its highest viewed streams monetize in ad revenue and ad density, right? That fulfillment.
Think so I think so too, yeah.
And I think that is a devastating mistake and a harsh reality. Because man, it's just those small streamers with the big conversion rates, dude. It's like we got to like number 8 with 300 people watching.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you're probably paying a couple salaries there, dude. Like you're probably paying, you're actually paying for salaries on Twitch 100%. Even at our size now, we're paying for someone's probably salary. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
or close to it. Somebody and Twitch's
no
staff.
doubt. When we hit the Twitch link, we were 151.
Yeah,
on the platform, and like our Twitch payout it was corporate exec level salaries that we were paying.
Yep.
And it's like, Twitch, do you know what would happen if you scaled the Sorry TVs, the BB Jesses, the Capri Sun Poppies, or who are driving these gifted subs, this revenue? Imagine what would happen. Where would our channel be if we had 10,000 people watching all the time? Not from front page, because that front page is complete bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Don't fall for front page. That's not going to give you anything.
Nothing. You might get some hate actually from it. That's about it.
Yeah, and like even stuff like Black History Month, it's awesome they have a rotator. They have to do so much more to actually inspire a culture. Like, front page is not going to get those awesome creators what they need.
Nope.
But the scalability of like somebody like you or like us, that's like, hey, when these streamers talk, their audience listens.
Yeah.
What would happen if Twitch was like, hey, Sorry TV, we want you to do daily harvest reads, and we are trying to grow your channel, and you've got 1,000 people watching.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. What kind of money then could we bring them? Because that's what they care about at the end of the day is
conversions.
What kind of conversion can we bring them? It'd probably be pretty high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why not go and find some investments? I don't understand why there's not more of it.
And I think it's because I think that ad density revenue that the high streamers are making, it has to be scaled so disproportionately high that they can't do anything else, and they're completely hamstrung. Like, it just can't make business sense for them to not scale. It has to be something wild. I just don't understand it. But like, in my, excuse me, I just burped. I had pasta. Shit. But I really wish there was a way. If I were to look at Twitch discoverability, if I was Twitch, first off, you got to move your recommended to the top and move your follow channels to the bottom, because people aren't even sorting their follow channels. They're clicking links or their favorites in their taskbar. Yep. And second, you should organize channels based on revenue driven for Twitch, because that means you have a high conversion rate.
Yeah,
and then and like, if Sorry TV, like our chat, we don't have any body in our chat that doesn't have a sub badge.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. And it would incentivize even other communities too to potentially make money, right? Because if like this person who's never been really great at expressing that they need money to succeed, but then they see, okay, there's a system now where some creators are actually getting more exposure based on monetary support, then maybe they'll start making more money too, and maybe more creators will actually be able to do this longer and not have to quit and go back to their jobs.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and you would think that Twitch would want more creators full time making money for them, right?
Yeah, facts.
I don't know. It's just staggering. Like, if Sorry TV, Twitch.tv/sorry, not Sorry TV. Sorry, I'm used to your Twitter. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm
man.
sorry.
You're
sorry.
good. Sorry,
but like, cool. Sorry is he's making this much per stream. That means his audience of 100 or 150 is extremely supportive, right?
Yeah.
We should put him in front of as many people as possible, because that means he can drive engagement better than anybody else on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
And just build an algorithm. I know it sounds hard, but like, Twitch has the I've looked at like our analytics. Yeah. Like, if Twitch knows how much money we make, and it knows our concurrent viewers per stream and our live views, then if I can do the math on a calculator, they should be able to do the math automatically and just generate
different algorithms.
A recommendation list.
One of the cool things that I liked, this is completely off topic, but could be something that Twitch does. They have their little hype train, right? They ever seen that where like when someone has a hype train, you'll show up on the front page recommended possibly?
Yeah.
So Mixer had this thing, and it was called the I forgot, the Win Zone or something. But if you're playing a particular game,
you were at the end of PUBG and they put you.
They
that
put
was
you on
so
the main
tough.
page, and it was real people would come in because it wasn't like it was like all of a sudden I'll be playing Fortnite and all of a sudden there'd be people talking in my stream out of nowhere, and they're like, "Yo, you're in the hype cam or whatever it was." And I was like, "That's fucking dope." If Twitch could find ways to do that, just that. Just let's just say it's a hype train, right? They just put you somewhere bigger where people are always in that channel, right? Or Twitch promotes it, and it just small ways to get eyes on you, dude. That shit will add up. It will, because the cream of the crop always rises.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Devin Nash?
I do. I love Devin Nash.
Devin Nash is the smartest guy on the internet.
That dude's a genius. I actually, he hasn't been doing much lately. I hope the dude's okay. He's kind of away.
He's been posting to YouTube and stuff.
YouTube, yeah. But now I'm talking about Twitch side.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him streaming any. But I always watch his analytics, and he brought up that, like, Twitch might be, like, incurable. Like, there's no algorithm that's going to change anything because I think he talked about how, like, the top 0.01%, your Mizkif, your Amaranth, and any kind of circles that are, you know, like, kind of the ultra whales of Twitch, like that audience is 100% circular or cyclical. Like, they're only bouncing between those
guys. Yeah.
And then Twitch is such a dedicated platform. Like, if you ask our audience, I guarantee you just about probably 70 to 80% of them don't watch anyone else.
Yep.
And so even a browse page, that's what's unfortunate is, you know, we talk about algorithms and browse page features and even like the hype train thing. It's like Twitch isn't big enough or doesn't have a culture, like we were talking about culture, healthy and organic enough to drive new viewers.
Yeah, you're right. It would probably go to deaf ears if they create something like that because of the culture that has been created. It's pulling teeth, man. It's for me, it's like, and this is gonna be awful, but I feel like I get the most followers now. I'm talking about on the platform itself, not outside. It's through raids. It's like
raids and collabs are the only
way that I'm getting a ton of follows, because if not, it's like I get like one follow, trickle in one like here and there, but not nothing that's gonna like make me take that next step, right? Like that next jump in my journey.
Something I really love to do and has been probably the best for retention as far as like new viewers actually coming in is what I like to do is I like to sit in on other people's streams, and we're not live. I'm very fortunate in that, like, I have peers in the space because of Rooster Teeth and stuff and my other companies I work for. But, like, I'll go sit in on Michael Jones's stream and I'll just watch him play Sekiro. And he'll stream his Discord gameplay to me. And I'll be on the stream and I'll interact with his chat.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'll do, like, a movie night with Bruce Green. And I'm not live. I'm not doing anything. But he'll put me on cam, like, below him as a host. And I'll drive donations to their channel. Like when they get a hype train,
dude.
I might do stuff that they don't usually do.
Yeah.
But I'll
only acknowledge.
Yeah, but since they're not my audience, like, and it's so fun to drive like revenue to your friends. Like,
dude, it's a blast, man. That's a fun part of doing that. And I wish more people would hype their homies up when they like what you're doing. Or if I'm in a stream and there's a hype train close, and because you can see it, right? I'll be like, oh my god, there's a hype train close. You know, like I say it like all caps, like I'm excited, but I'm saying, hey guys, there's a hype train close.
Oh, we just straight up tell our audience, like, hey, there's a hype train. We need to hit level 5. Like, we just straight up tell them. It's like, hey, there's a hype train coming.
A hype train. Only 1 hour, fam. Only 1 hour.
Yeah. But we'll be like, you know, like I'm sitting in with a streamer. I'm like, since they're not my audience, it gives me a little bit of freedom to be like, okay, motherfuckers, you know what to do. Dummies, like, you better get my boy Bruce to a level 5 or I'll kill you.
Yeah, pay up, bitches.
You better. Well, I'm like, this man has a family. Or
level
it's like
5, or we raid out right now.
Like PETA, before we hired him, we did some collaborations with him. He was about to get married, and we were like, PETA's about to go on his honeymoon. Like, you better support his channel. Or it's over for him.
I love it, man. That's just the banter side of creating with your friends is just really cool, man. It's a cool experience that I wouldn't change for anything. Big time.
Well, we're coming up on the hour and 30-minute mark. I think that's probably a good place to wrap it. I will title this video, How Much Money we actually make on Twitch, and then not, we never really tell them in the video.
Yeah.
But they can do math. All they have to do is pay attention to the streams one day. But it does fund our dream. So thank you to everybody that's watching.
Man.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. No, seriously, thank you. Thank you.
Literally impossible without you guys.
And if you got to this point of listening to us and watching us, thank you. That's pretty awesome too, you know.
You're incredible.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. But where can they find you? Sorry.
Well, on Twitter and Instagram, it's Sorrey TV, SORREY TV, and then on Twitch, it's just Sorrey, SORREY. You know, and then on the new platform that I was talking about, Hover. Check it out if you guys. I think you guys would really like it. And I'm Sorrey on there as well, SORREY. So those are the places that you can find me. On Twitch, I'm live Monday through Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, but watch us first. And
wait, are we live at the same time? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're live at 10:30, or we're live from 10 Central Time to 3 Central Time. And then if we hit like our daily goals, we usually go to like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay, well, perfect. Now I'm 100% stealing your audience. So this is great. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you came here just to watch Sorrey, we're better than him. In every way, we're better than him. But no.
Remember, I have an ass cam. Okay, he doesn't have that yet.
I could put one in pretty quick. Don't worry. But again, if you are like, make sure and go follow him. And if there's anybody in, come follow us. And we'll do some 100%. collabs. Where are you at? Can you tell me? I'm in
Quebec. I'm in Quebec, Canada right now. So. Yeah, I'm in Quebec.
Damn Canadians.
Yeah,
God,
I'm American, so I'm from Ohio, but I'm in Quebec, Canada. But I definitely plan on like traveling a bit here in the future. So my visa's getting processed right now. As soon as it is, man, like I'm down to go wherever.
All right. Well, if you ever have a stream you want to do, depending on construction, I should have a studio space, and you can do whatever you want in there. I'm not even going to charge you.
Perfect, dude. Perfect. I look forward to that. We'll make something crazy happen.